Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a cream snowshoe foot spinner. The hook I have in a vise is a size 12. This is a 2 extra long. I'm going to use 8/0 cream thread. We're going to take the thread and wrap it down to the tail first. Hold that thread at a 45-degree angle. If you're like me and you stay into the dark every time you go out, right before dark you'll start seeing cream spinners, and they last right into the dark. We're going to start by making a tail. For my tail I'm going to use micro Fibbets. You can use a blue dun hackle as long as you have nice long stiff hackles. Before I put the tail on, I'm going to put a little ball of dubbing at the tail section. And the dubbing we're going to use is all the pull off from the snowshoe foot. When you pull that little fuzz off, you put it in a cup and this is what you get. So I'm going to use a little bit of this to make a little ball on the back. And that little ball is going to help us to divide the tails. Now I'm going to use 2 micro Fibbets for each side. I'm going to make them, we don't want them the length of the hook, but say 3/4 the length of the shank. We're going to hold them on top for the far one and let our thread pull it to the far side. And micro Fibbets are long, you can always take it and adjust. There we go, and bring that back tight to the clump of dubbing there, and it'll split it nicely. Gonna remove the excess, get them out of my way. I'll measure them to what I have there already, so I have a consistent tail. And these I'm gonna put them on underneath the shank and wrap them in, and they'll come right up onto my side. You have a nice divided tail there. And then wrap them in. And remove that excess. Now we have the thread back at the tail. I'm going to take a little bit of my beeswax. Put some of that on there. And I'm going to take more of the snowshoe trimming. This is very much like the usual. But with the usual you use snowshoe foot for the tail, and also you use red thread, so the red shows through. We're going to bring this up forward. You can use Cahill cream dubbing for this also. Now we're at the wing position. I'm going to take a piece of white foam, and this is sticky back foam, so I'm going to have to peel the back off. and I have this about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put a small dart on it. I'm going to wrap that in right there at the wing. And wrap that all in. Even that foam that's tied in will help add to flotation. When you handle it a while, the glue will come off it. Now I'm going to take my Snowshoe rabbit foot. I'm going to take a pretty decent clump of it. There's a big fly, we need some pretty long wings. And I cut that off real close to the bone, and I'm going to pull that out, pull the fuzz out, and put that back in my cup. And there, I got the fuzz out. I'm going to transfer the materials to opposite. We're going to tie them in with the wing pointing forward. We want that wing to be about the length of the body. Make that a little bit longer. And I'm going to cut off that on the back. Pull out any loose stuff. We're going to take this and we're going to divide this. Let me turn that a little bit sideways there so I can see it better. And try to get that divided in half. Do a little bit of a figure eight. Now we have a bare spot on the bottom, so I'm going to put a little bit more dubbing on there. That thorax is going to be a little fatter. And we're just going to figure eight through the wings. Bring that up in front. Start wrapping the head. We're going to bring the piece of foam over, and this piece of foam will help you see the fly. Besides, add to the flotation. We're going to bring that over pretty tight and tie that in. And we're going to trim that off close. And you see now I have that little bit of foam for the head there. You can go ahead and tie that in if you'd like, or you can leave that. I'm going to wrap it a little bit, kind of make it a little bit smaller. Put a few wraps in front of that little piece. Take our whip finish. And here we have a cream snowshoe spinner. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends, leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.